The air was thick with the sweet, almost suffocating notes of a melody that seemed to wrap around the room like a tangible presence. Then, the sudden, sharp sound of a dog's bark cut through the music, a short, crisp woof that hung in the air for a moment before dissolving. The music swelled again, filling the space, gentle and insistent. A hesitant voice, young and familiar, broke the spell. _me_. May I come in? A warm, welcoming reply drifted back. Of course, come in. The door creaked open, and the younger siblings stepped into the room, blinking as their eyes adjusted to the dim light. A soft groan escaped them. Yuck! The music shifted slightly, adopting a more teasing, almost mischievous tone. What a messy room you have, the older sibling sighed, glancing around at the chaotic landscape of scattered books, discarded clothes, and half-eaten snacks. You need to clean it up in, all right, came the weary reply. Maybe later. The older sibling leaned back in their chair, swiveling to face them. So, what are you up to? Let's hang out, the younger one pleaded, their eyes wide with hopeful anticipation. I'm in the middle of my homework, the older sibling explained, gesturing towards the pile of papers spread across their desk. I'm almost done. Hold on. A pause, filled only by the distant hum of the music, which now seemed softer, more like a gentle background hum. Okay, the younger sibling conceded, though their posture suggested boredom already creeping in. The room felt heavy, the air stagnant and warm. The younger sibling fanned themselves dramatically. It's really hot in here. Can I open a window? Yeah, go ahead. A soft thud as the window latch released, followed by the cool, evening breeze sighing into the room. Thanks, the younger one whispered, leaning closer to the open pane. Phew. But their attention quickly snapped back to the older sibling. Oh! My homework. The older sibling rolled their eyes, a small smile playing on their lips despite themselves. Can I read this book? The younger one asked, pointing towards a stack on the desk. Yeah, go ahead. The younger sibling eagerly grabbed the top book. They flipped through the pages, then made a face. This is too difficult. They quickly grabbed another. And I already read this. A third book followed. And this is boring, or whatever name suits the older sibling. Can I draw on your sketchbook? The plea was accompanied by hopeful eyes. Yeah, sure, the older sibling relented, pushing the worn sketchbook across the desk. Can you help me draw a lion? The younger one asked, already flipping to a blank page. Nope, the older sibling said firmly, tapping their pencil against their own homework. I'm super duper busy. Okay, the younger sibling sighed, but the disappointment was fleeting. Can I open this drawer? They pointed to the desk's single drawer, now closed. The older sibling looked up, exasperation clear in their eyes. Phew. Can you just please be quiet for a minute? They pleaded, trying to concentrate on the algebra problem before them. Yes, the younger sibling murmured, then added almost instantly, and can I? Okay, the older sibling cut them off, holding up a hand in surrender. Do whatever you want. They mentally kicked themselves as soon as the words left their mouth. Got you, the younger sibling chirped, grinning triumphantly. You said so. Yes, the older sibling muttered, feeling defeated. They pushed aside their homework, the problems suddenly seeming insurmountable. I'm finally done. The younger sibling looked up, eyes wide. Oh my gosh! What happened to my room? The older siblings slowly turned around in their chair, taking in the scene. The once chaotic room was now a whirlwind of destruction. Drawers stood open, spilling their contents onto the floor, pens, papers, small trinkets. Clothes were strewn across the bed and chair, some even draped over the lampshade. Books and notebooks lay scattered, pages flipped open or torn. The sketchbook was open, its pages covered in a haphazard scribbled lion that barely resembled the king of beasts. The younger sibling looked immensely proud of their work. A new, more mysterious musical theme began to play, low and intriguing. The older sibling stared, speechless for a long moment. Then, a faint smile touched their lips, a spark of an idea igniting in their eyes. They stood up, stretching their stiff limbs. "Let's role play," they said, the words hanging in the air. The younger sibling blinked, caught between shock and sudden, excited curiosity. "What?" The older sibling's smile widened, becoming almost mischievous. They held up a finger, as if about to reveal a secret. Oh. They began to move, slowly at first, then with a newfound energy, directing the younger sibling with gestures and whispers. "1." They murmured, pointing towards a pile of clothes. The younger sibling hesitantly followed. What?" The music swelled, becoming more dramatic, more playful. The older sibling's voice was a low stage whisper, full of intrigue. What?" They guided the younger sibling around the room, transforming the mess into a landscape of imagination. The room was no longer just messy, it was a stage, a world waiting to be explored. The siblings stood amidst the chaos, bathed in the soft glow filtering through the open window, the music weaving its spell around them, promising adventure. The older sibling looked at the younger one, their eyes reflecting the flickering candle of imagination they had just lit.